If you've been waiting for an update to the original Nikon Z5, the arrival of the Nikon Z5 Mark II, often referred to as the Z5 II or Z5 II, is beginning to generate buzz, and for good reason. While Nikon hasn't completely reinvented the wheel with this release, it's clear they're refining what worked well in the original model, aiming to offer a more polished and capable camera for both photography enthusiasts and hybrid shooters. But as always, the big question remains, are these updates significant enough to make it worth your attention? At the heart of the Nikon Z5 Mark II is a 24.5 megapixel backside illuminated CMOS sensor, which is consistent with expectations and a solid performer for both stills and video. However, what really sets this model apart is the inclusion of the new XPET-7 image processor, Nikon's latest and most powerful processing engine. This chip has already proven itself in other recent Nikon models, bringing faster performance, improved noise reduction, and better handling of low light conditions. While the sensor remains unchanged from the original Z5, the pairing with XPET-7 ensures a noticeable boost in real-world image quality and responsiveness, especially when shooting in challenging lighting environments. That said, the Z5 II isn't necessarily a revolutionary leap forward. For users already invested in the original Z5, this may feel more like an incremental refinement than a must-have upgrade. Some photographers may have hoped for a jump in resolution to 30MP or more, particularly as other brands in this space are pushing toward higher pixel counts. But Nikon seems to be taking a different approach, prioritizing overall performance and reliability rather than just bumping up the numbers. One area where Nikon has clearly made strides is autofocus. The Nikon Z5 Mark II is equipped with a 273-point hybrid autofocus system, now supported by real-time eye and animal tracking. For portrait and wildlife photographers, this is a substantial improvement over the original Z5, which, while competent, sometimes lagged behind competitors in focus speed and tracking consistency. With the XPET-7 driving the system, Nikon promises quicker and more accurate autofocus, especially helpful for fast-moving subjects like pets or sports action. Still, real-world testing will ultimately determine how well it stacks up against the industry leaders like Sony and Canon, both of which have set a high bar in this department. Video capabilities are another area where users were hoping for significant upgrades, but here's where things might feel a little underwhelming. The Z5 Mark II offers 4K recording at 30 fps and Full HD at 120 fps, which is respectable but not groundbreaking. Notably absent is 4K at 60 fps, a feature many competitors in this price range now include. For content creators and videographers who demand smoother motion and more flexible post-production options, this omission could be a deal-breaker. Still, the inclusion of 5-axis in-body image stabilization is a big plus, especially for handheld shooting, vlogging, or run-and-gun filmmaking. It makes the camera more viable for hybrid creators, even if it falls short of being a dedicated video powerhouse. Another welcome enhancement is the fully articulating 3.2-inch LCD screen, a step up from the tilting screen on the original Z5. This makes the camera far more useful for vloggers, solo filmmakers, and anyone who values flexible composition angles. The OLED electronic viewfinder remains unchanged in terms of resolution, but it's still a high-quality display with excellent clarity and responsiveness. The touchscreen interface might also see some improvements, though we'll have to wait and see whether Nikon has expanded its functionality to better compete with rivals offering more intuitive controls. The Nikon Z5 Mark II also includes dual UHS-2 SD card slots, a practical addition for professionals and enthusiasts alike. This allows users to either back up files in real time or extend shooting time without constantly swapping cards. USB-C charging is supported as well, aligning with new EU regulations and offering added convenience for travel and on-the-go creators. No need to carry a bulky charger when a power bank will do the trick. Despite these thoughtful refinements, some concerns remain. Fundamentally, the core specifications haven't changed drastically from the original Z5, and that may leave some existing users questioning whether an upgrade is worthwhile. Additionally, the competition is fierce. Cameras like the Canon EOS R8 and Sony A7C II offer compelling alternatives with stronger video specs or unique features that could sway buyers. For the Nikon Z5 Mark II to stand out, pricing will be critical. If Nikon gets the price right, it could still attract a wide audience of enthusiasts and semi-professional photographers who value reliability over cutting-edge specs. Current reports suggest Nikon is preparing to officially announce the Z5 II in the summer of 2025, likely before August. The timing would position the camera well to take advantage of peak shopping seasons without overlapping with other upcoming releases in Nikon's lineup. If you've been holding out for a solid, well-rounded full-frame mirrorless camera, your wait may soon be over. In the end, the Nikon Z5 Mark II feels more like a thoughtful evolution than a groundbreaking revolution. It improves upon the original where it matters most: performance, usability, and reliability, without completely overhauling the formula. For newcomers to the Z system or full-frame mirrorless cameras, it's a compelling option. But for current Z5 users, the upgrades may not be dramatic enough to justify the switch unless specific improvements, like autofocus or stabilization, are particularly important to you. While not a game changer, the Z5 II is shaping up to be a dependable and refined addition to Nikon's mirrorless lineup.